So, I don't know. The Lord's just talking to me. And for some reason, He said, look up how many genetic codes. I know that each DNA has an antenna. I know that the antenna emits a frequency. I know that God says, my sheep know and hear my voice. So there are 66 genetic codes. Let's look at this. I can't sleep, so I'm up at 11:11. I'm right on the right path. There you go. 66 genetic codes refers to different ways the standard genetic code interpreted by different organisms. So there are codons, there are 20 amino acids, and stop signals. I want to start looking at what stop signals are. All right, here's a breakdown. Genetic code, the most common interpretation, bacteria. Okay, it's got bacteria, archaeolites, including humans, 64 codon sequences. Variations, numerous variations, genetic codes with some most common found in the mitochondrial genomes. You know, everything is about your mitochondria is the engine block of your cell. So there are these codes, these mitochondrial codes, which I just said is the powerhouse of the cell. Unique genetic codes that differ slightly from standard codes. An example, a vertebrate mitochondrial code, the yeast mitochondrial code, the invertebrate mitochondrial code. So there are variations. There's nuclear genomes. All right, y'all don't care about that, but I want to get in down here how 64 possible mutations and combinations of 3-letter nucleotide sequences. All right, so you have all these sequences. Well, what are stop signals? The genetic code, the codons UAG and UAA and UGA. Remember, these are all sequence of these nucleotides, like glutamine is a part of this. Each gene code uses 4 nucleotide bases. Adenine, these are your DNA, the helix of the ladder, cysteine, guanine, and thymine. Now, with the COVID bioweapon, what CRISPR technology did is they literally came in like scissors, snip, 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 cut 13 segments out of your blueprint and injected graphene and Nephilim blood. It's the truth. So how many genetic codes do we have? 66. X for women, XY for men. I don't know why God's gotten me going on this, but something about the nucleotides and the DNA He wants me to see. He wants to see me that amino acids and glutamine. I know that glutamine, what is the function of glutamine? It stores all kind of stuff. It moves the transport, I believe, of dopamine and serotonin, if I remember right. DNA, how's it stored and where is it stored? The DNA is primarily stored within the nucleus, which is a compartment within the cell. So what if I told you that they can create synthetic clones that have cells, but they don't have any nucleus? DNA is found in the mitochondria, which is your energy-producing organelle. It's the powerhouse. You have nuclear DNA, mitochondrial DNA, not in all cells. While most cells contain DNA, mature cells like red blood cells, skin, hair, nails do not. What if I told you that Bill Gates, if you're cyber tortured and targeted, they're pulling data through your red blood cells, and it's leaching the protein out of your body. So if these step ladders, these thymine, guanine, and all this, let's talk about what DNA is. DNA. It is deoxyribonucleic acid. It's everything. It's your blueprint. It's in the side of the mitochondrial, inside of the cell. Adenine, guanine, cytosine, all these. So all these are the base pairs. So each base pair of your DNA, base pairs have these nucleotides arranged in 2 strands, little step ladders, like I told you, the little spiral of your DNA. It's a double helix, step ladder of the ladder's rungs. Talking about the step ladder. So this is your sugar and your phosphate molecules forming the vertical parts of that ladder. So, important property of DNA is that it can replicate itself, and that in that double helix can serve as a pattern for duplicating the sequence of bases. So, Bill Gates comes in and he snips 13 of these ladders. I believe also they've added additional 6. It used to be, I believe, 10, 5, 6. It's the sequence of how this all arranges, and they've added another 6. So inside of your DNA, if you've gotten the COVID bioweapon, you now are 666 literally in your DNA ladder of your double helix. You need to understand what are cells, what are DNA, why is my DNA important? Why do I not give my DNA to people? They can clone you. They can research you. They can everybody has a digital twin. But it's all about coming in with CRISPR technology, cutting these ladders, replacing them with the chimera image of the beast. That's the truth. That's why God spared Noah. His DNA was pure. That's a fact. No more jabs. No more modified food. No more fluorinated water. You got to eat clean, organic, drink spring living water, breathe clean air, and move and get right with God. He did design you. Every little cell and fiber of your being. You're made in His image. Don't defile it.